Hi, I'm Phyllis Harmon. I'm a member of TV Toastmasters. In this club, we have an opportunity to practice speaking before the camera as well as running the equipment room. If you're interested in being interviewed on TV Toastmasters or becoming a member, please go to Toastmasters.org and look for us, or simply search for TV Toastmasters on the web.
Hello and welcome to another edition of TV Toastmasters, my show segment, The Right Stuff. I'm Ken Coomes, a member of Daylighters Toastmasters as well as TV Toastmasters, and here with me tonight is an author of the book Elixir of the Ages, Chinmayee Nayak. Welcome, Chinmayee.
Thank you.
Glad you could be on the show tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
So before we talk about your book, I'm sure you have an interesting story about how you got from wherever you started your journey to being here in Portland and having written the book. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Actually, let me start telling you my experience before I decided to write a book, this book particularly.
Okay.
I was traveling to India. I was sitting in a chair in the Mumbai airport. I was waiting for my flight.
Okay.
There are lots of people in that airport, but I was observing them and see that all of them are actually in the phone. They're talking.
Okay.
On the phone. They were flying with their families, with friends, with their kids, but nobody is really talking to their human friend or the relatives. So I realized that there is a sense of presence was missing there.
Okay.
They were not there in that moment.
All right.
So out of curiosity, I started asking one fellow passenger, what is that you are really doing? So he replied saying that, oh, you know, I just upload one picture and none of them really like my picture, so I'm kind of upset. So I asked that, what is that? Do you know that person? Or do you know all your friends in the Facebook? He said no. So then I started asking the same question, what is that really people are doing in the social media, in the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. They're trying to find the belonging, they're trying to get the approval from others.
Okay.
So it's, I felt that
not just in the airports.
Yeah, it's everywhere, but
Right.
that was my experience.
Okay.
So I decided to tell that person or to explain that person that it is a fake sense of belonging. It is really not the natural belonging you are looking at or you are experiencing.
And when you tried to explain that to them, how did that go?
Didn't go very well.
Okay.
Didn't get the message. Then I landed my home city. I found the same thing with my friends and everywhere. So I decided to write a book, keeping the audience like between age group of 18 and 35
Okay.
in my mind.
All right.
Yeah.
So you were exploring the idea that
right.
social media may not be all that social,
Yes.
and that people are searching for a sense of belonging that even if they achieve it is
Right.
really not real.
That's correct.
Interesting. And so you picked up on this in the airport,
Right.
opened your eyes to the
Right,
idea.
right.
And where did you go after that then? I mean, you got the idea.
Yeah.
You're in India. Are you back home in India, or are you visiting in India at that time?
That time I was visiting India. In fact, I started writing since 2010, I would say.
Okay.
But I've never thought publishing the book.
Okay.
So then I decided after this trip from India, when I came back to US, then I thought of publishing the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't written yet.
It was kind
Started.
of, yeah,
Okay.
started. Then I started writing because I've never thought of publishing. So this writing experience is kind of different because I was keeping the audience in my mind. So it was a little bit hard
Okay.
to write, keeping the audience in mind so that they can understand the message clearly, what I was trying to convey.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a little bit harder
Yes.
sometimes, but some people, including Stephen King, when they write about writing, they've talked about having your ideal reader in mind.
Yeah.
Because if you can do that, you have a better chance of reaching them with your message.
That's correct. Yeah.
So that was 2010 when you started?
2010 I started writing not this particular book, but
Okay.
mostly the book related to metaphysics, the behavioral science and psychological, neuroscience, and kind of mixture of the life's philosophy itself, and
Okay.
how to simplify them and apply them on a regular basis on our daily life, so that we can start living a better life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So trying to bring that kind of broad knowledge base,
Yeah.
covering a number of disciplines,
That's correct.
and bring it down to that ideal audience
Right.
of the 18 to 35 or so?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a daunting task to me.
Yeah, it was.
So how did you approach such a big undertaking?
It was pretty difficult to start with because I didn't want to write like 100 pages of book because the attention span is kind of 20 seconds or 10 seconds. And then the whole idea for me is to synthesize philosophy and metaphysics and the latest studies of neuroscience with the behavioral science. That was kind of very hard for me, and keeping the audience to understand the message.
So did you have a background in one of those disciplines or more than one?
Not really, but I
Okay.
have done a lot of studies and I have been practicing Kriya Yoga meditation since 2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
And doing a lot of research, of course,
Yes,
for your
that's
book.
good. Yeah.
And still, it sounds to me like a pretty big challenge.
Of course. Yeah. It was.
Okay.
It was.
When did you finish the book?
Book I finished around 2016, I think January 2016, I would
Okay.
say, yeah.
So that's a long labor
Yeah,
of love.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that part of that was not just the research, not just the taking the breadth of knowledge and bringing it down to a smaller thing for that short attention span,
Right.
but part of it was trying to, because of that short attention span, make it not a tome, but a smaller book. Was that a challenge as well?
It was a challenging task for me. Yeah.
Did it start a lot larger than it ended up?
Yeah, it started larger than I thought of putting everything together in 30 pages.
Ooh,
Yeah, it was difficult a task.
I'm going to ask this question. I understand if it's a tough
absolutely.
one to answer, and maybe you don't want to let your secrets
That's
out. but
fine.
how in the world did you figure out how to condense it that much? That's got to be tough.
Again, I would say it was difficult for sure. I would say I had written probably 110 pages to start with.
Okay.
Then I started, because my objective was 30 pages.
Okay.
So I had to rewrite, and then I had to ask one of my friends to help me editing what I was trying to convey,
Okay.
and help me editing on that. Just put it, in a smaller chunk of what I would say that
Okay.
message.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was, you took on a big job and you did it.
Yeah.
And you did it over a number of years.
Mm-hmm.
You got that finished product. Did you get it down to 30 pages or was it
No, it
closer
was
to 30?
No, it was 30 pages.
Wow. And that book is Elixir of the Ages.
That's correct.
Is that book, in your mind, because I know what your goal was,
Right.
you wanted to help people realize that they were seeking a false sense of belonging.
That's correct.
Did the book, in your mind, help them find out that that was false, or find a way to seek true belonging, or something in between, or both?
That's an interesting question. I have received a lot of good feedbacks. Also, lot of feedbacks that could improve me on writing on my next books.
Okay.
The basically, yes, some people got the message that they need to explore or they want to become more self-aware.
Okay.
And that's the starting point for everything.
It certainly is.
Yeah. Some people didn't even get the message.
Okay.
So that's also vary depending on the experience, race, culture, religion, their experience, where they are in their life, and when they read the book, what is their mindset.
Right.
You know, it all comes into play when you read a book, because this is definitely a storybook to read.
Okay.
This is not definitely something that entertain you.
Okay.
This is something make you think, and whether you want to embark the journey of self-discipline or no, or decide to go even that path of self-exploration. And that's a big task. Yeah.
It is. So you're helping them realize that they have that in front of them should
Yes.
they choose to follow that
That's
path.
correct. Yeah.
And this book will be a starting point,
Of course,
not
yeah.
an end all. And that's why it can be 30 pages, because you're introducing them to this idea that maybe they haven't even thought of before.
That's correct.
Sounds like a worthy goal. How do you feel? You've gotten this feedback. You said you've gotten a lot of good,
Feedback.
positive feedback.
Yeah.
And the feedback has been somewhat mixed in that some people got the message
Right.
and appreciated it.
Right.
Obviously, if they didn't get the message, they couldn't appreciate it.
Right.
For those that got the message, did they ask for more?
Yes, they did. I'm fortunate enough to meet award-winning writers and speakers, and they have given really, really good feedback, which is going to really help me. Basically, their feedback was to write a message with a storyline,
Okay.
which was missing in that book.
Okay.
Which basically I'm going to take that forward. And when you write the next book, I'm not planning it, but if I write a next book, definitely I'll keep that in mind. Definitely, some people have already asked me, why don't you start public speaking and helping people understand better and have a process in place so that they can follow. Yeah, they have asked certain helps, definitely.
Sounds like something great to talk about in our next part of the show.
Sure.
We're going to take a short break right now.
Sure.
So we'll take a short break for a couple of minutes, and hope you rejoin us in about 5.
Hello, my name is Michael Nataro, and I was the 2011-2012 Toastmasters International President. And I have a question for you. Where will you be on April 24th and 25th, 2020? Well, I hope that you will join me and scores of other Toastmasters at the District 7 Spring Conference. We are going to have a great time. We will be on the campus of Warner Pacific University in Portland, Oregon. Why do you need to be there? This is the 80th anniversary of District 7. We'll be celebrating 8 decades of helping members become better communicators and leaders. And we need to have you there. I'll be delivering a speech entitled The Call of the Leader, based on my new book. Have you heard the call of the leader in your life? Have you discovered the call of the leader? Embraced the call of the leader? Fulfilled the call of the leader? I'll be talking about all of these things during my speech, and I hope you will join me at the District 7 Spring Conference. See you there.
Welcome back to TV Toastmasters and the Right Stuff. I'm Ken Coomes, your host, and tonight I'm talking to Chinmayee Nayak, who wrote Elixir of the Ages. We talked about her book a little bit. Now we're going to get to know her. Chinmayee, I'm glad you're here again.
Thank you.
Now we've talked about the journey the book made, or that you made with the book. Let's talk about you. I mean, you started in a different country. You're here today. You probably didn't start in Portland when you came to the U.S. either.
No.
So let's hear a little bit about your personal journey.
Sure. I came here in 1990. 98 June, I think June 98.
Okay.
Actually, I'm the reason, my brother is my reason why I'm here. He came here 1990.
Okay.
And he wanted somebody from his family to come over here.
Okay.
So I didn't know anything about the USA. I didn't know what to do over here.
Okay.
I didn't speak English those times.
Okay.
So,
made a lot of progress.
Yes, and he asked me, "Do you want to come here?" My father was there. My father said, "No, I don't want her to go," but I wanted to come here because my brother was here.
Okay.
Whenever somebody was asking me, "Why did you come to US?" Because my brother was here. Because I didn't know what this land holds.
Okay.
Because after staying here, going through my journey of 20 years here, I don't think anywhere I could have survived by myself. This is truly a land of opportunities.
Okay.
I have learned a lot, experienced a lot, and I have grown a lot also.
So unlike your friends, acquaintances, strangers in the airport who were doing social media, your brother reached out to you live and wanted
Yes.
you to come over here, and you did, and
Yeah.
because of him. So a real connection,
Yes.
which is familial, which is great. Okay, so you got here. Where'd you start? New York?
No, I landed Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
I worked in LexisNexis for a couple of months.
All right.
Then being an immigrant, the first objective is to get the green card done.
Right.
So then I decided to find a company who can sponsor my green card.
Okay.
Then I moved from Dayton, Ohio to Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
After that, I started working over there. Everything was good. Job was good. I had a lot of Indian friends over there. Everything was good, but I got fired there. My green card was on, they were processing my green card. Then I got fired. Of course, I lose my status there. So after that, I found another company. I found another company. I processed my green card by myself by sponsoring myself.
Okay.
Because I had to pay my fees for processing my green card.
Okay.
But the best thing happened there in Miami. I moved from Atlanta to Miami for my new job. The best thing happened over there. The person who hired me, it was a transformative experience.
Okay.
I say, somebody can trust you and see something you can do what you don't even know
Okay.
you can do. And that was the person for me. He was an angel for me. He took me from somewhere and put me somewhere else, and over there I didn't know what to do, but I prospered there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You found the right spot for you.
I think it's a leap of faith. I didn't know even he knew it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was your brother? Was he in Dayton? Was he in Atlanta?
No, we have never stayed in one city.
Okay.
He is right now in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
That time he was in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah.
But by being in the same country, it's
Yes.
easier to visit each
Yes,
other, and you can
that's
talk
correct.
on the phone for
Yes.
less.
Yeah.
I
That's correct,
understand.
yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like quite a journey already. You
Of
came from
course.
India
Yeah.
to Dayton to Atlanta to Miami. This person saw something in you that
Yes,
they put you in the right spot where you could prosper.
that's correct.
And then what?
Then, after I received my green card, I wanted to explore because
Okay.
I love the power of experience. I
Okay.
love to put myself in a different task, or I love to take risk, I would say.
Okay.
So I started my own company. I started consulting.
Ah.
I started traveling all over the world.
Okay.
Then after I think 10, 12 years, some reason I thought like enough is enough. I need to wrap up and let's see what else in
Okay.
store. When I was thinking about to completely do something different,
Okay.
Nike called me.
All right.
Yes. Nike called me. Nike, I was hired by Nike. Then I'm here, Portland. Moved from Atlanta to Portland because of Nike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still at Nike?
Yes, I am.
All right. Have they found the place for you to prosper?
That is, I think, work in progress.
Okay. Well, good. It's
Yeah.
always good to have a work in
Yeah,
progress.
right.
Sounds like you like having change and different things.
Of course, I do. I love it because I'm a change seeker. I'm a nature lover. I don't think any place here than here.
Okay.
Right?
Well, good.
Yeah.
I think we're lucky you landed here in Portland. Where did you finish the book at?
I finished
You're in-
book in Atlanta, Georgia.
In Atlanta?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I did.
And published it there?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. And we made some hints, you know, crazy idea. I know you like different ideas, right? And
right,
exploration and
Right.
experimentation.
Right.
It occurred to me that if you were in the airport in Mumbai and got the idea because of all these people glued
Right.
to their phones, maybe your book should be digital on the phone
Yeah.
or on Facebook.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
I
The
mean-
thing is, here is my argument. Using social media is not use social media as a platform, not your life.
Right.
Use social media to enhance your life,
Okay.
not to kill your life.
Don't make it your life, make it a tool.
Yes, that is what I
Got it.
say. Yeah.
Does that come across as part of the message in your book?
I don't think it was not that clear in my book.
Okay, so it was
Yeah.
more about that looking for an authentic connection
That is correct. Yeah.
than addressing a particular issue with that, such as
Yeah.
social media. So it was looking at
Yeah.
the broader picture.
The idea here, what I personally believe and live by is sense of presence.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm enjoying.
Okay,
I'm having fun. I'm giving
Okay.
an interview.
okay,
Talking to you. I am completely 100% with you
in the moment.
in the moment.
Okay,
And I practice death. Because I practice death, I stay alive every single moment. Because I value every single moment.
okay,
So the idea, it might not have clearly came out of my book. The idea I was trying to convey is try to live in the moment.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
whatever the message was, it was obviously received by some people that gave you that
Definitely.
feedback,
Yeah.
and others didn't get it.
Right,
So
yeah.
that's always going to be the
Yeah,
case with readers, I think.
Yeah. The thing is, you can start doing that through meditation. That's one of the things.
Okay,
Meditation is stigmatized by as spiritual practice.
okay,
But it is extremely powerful to your mind. That is something, if you start doing it, then only you can realize. Doesn't matter how much I say to you, it's your own experience, that's all matter.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there. I've had my own experiences,
That's true.
positive ones
That's
with meditation,
absolutely-
but I don't want to
absolutely.
talk about me.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
talk about you. So you hinted at earlier
Mm-hmm.
that there have been requests for another book or questions about another
Right,
book,
right.
and currently that's not in your mindset right now?
Right now, I just moved last March 2019.
Okay,
to
this year.
Portland.
Okay.
I'm still settling down.
Okay.
I have a couple of ideas to
Okay,
to explore, but most likely of late I started liking public speaking because I started liking interacting with audience
okay,
and giving them experience right there and getting the feedback
okay,
right there. That is exciting for me.
okay,
So I don't know at this moment whether I should really explore of writing a book or go start the journey of public speaking.
okay. That's
Yeah.
a different way to get the message out.
Yes.
Well, Chinmayee, thank you very much for being
Thank
on
you.
the show tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
And thank you for tuning in tonight to TV Toastmasters and The Right Stuff. I've been having the pleasure of talking with Chinmayee Nayak, who wrote Elixir of the Ages, and there is a lesson in there for all of us about being in the present and not using social media as our life, but only as a tool. I found it a valuable read, and I hope you do as well. Good night.
Hey, PJ,
Yeah.
who's the keynote speaker going to be for the annual conference this year?
The keynote speaker at the Leadership on Fire conference will be Cheryl Rausch. She is a distinguished Toastmaster and accredited speaker. She has a program called Sparkletude, which she'll be doing on Friday night. You may come in there kind of feeling down. You will be sparkling by the time she's finished with you.
All right.
The next morning, she's going to do the keynote speech for the Leadership on Fire conference and the 80th anniversary for our district. One of the suggested gifts for an 80th anniversary is oak. She's going to be putting some big logs on that fire and building a fire under our district leaders.
All right.
That's why I'm going to be there, and you can be there too if you go to the link below and register.